Today we are diving into the do-it-yourself installation of a heat pump or air conditioner split, but not just any setup. This one is part of a micro combined heat and power system. It's designed to work alongside a 1.7 kilowatt gasoline generator for maximum efficiency, even in freezing winters. Let me show you how this is a game changer if you are concerned about the reliability of the grid or even for off-grid living. Hi, I'm Norbert Vaassen. I'm an energy engineer. In this video number 82, we will talk about the fascinating combination of CHP and the heat pump and why this is more than the sum of the two. Why this system? In cold climates, electricity bills skyrocket during the winter, especially because the outside unit of the heat pump is often outside at freezing temperatures. Are you in a cold country? Well, this setup ensures the following things. The heat pump increases the efficiency not by a few percent, but up to twice as much by placing the outdoor unit inside in a garage, for example, maintaining a lower delta T temperature difference between the inside and outside units. The generator heat compensates for the heat pump's cooling effect, so the garage will not cool down if you choose the heat pump and the generator in the right way that they fit to each other. If you are in a mild climate like here in Tuscany, there are sunny hours that you can also integrate the heat that's taken from the garage with a fan that is just replacing the inside air in the garage with outside air that is in that moment warmer. The half of the generator's electricity can run the heat pump, while the other half of this power charges the home battery. So that means you can run the generator at nominal power for optimal efficiency while allowing afterwards many silent hours on battery power and also peace with the neighbors. In this scheme you can see the fascinating energy flow between the components. This is really a unique combination of the genset and the heat pump. It's a good way to go off-grid, even if it is based on fossil fuels. Well, at least you get for nearly 3 times as much energy from 1 liter of fuel. And I hope that in your off-grid system the main part will also be from renewable energy. Safety and environmental concerns. Before we get started, let's talk safety. I have done my homework to ensure compliance with environmental regulations. I even wanted to call a certified installer to make this compliance easy. However, it is difficult to find one available. Certainly if there's hurry to show it in the next video. That's one of the reasons that I do so much myself. And how about you? Already to install the outside unit inside the garage didn't please the installers of the shop, and I had also to sign a form that I would renounce on the warranty on this product. Refrigerant must not be released into the atmosphere. They are harmful and also illegal to vent. My refrigerant is R32 with a global warming potential of 675. So 675 times worse than CO2, but less than older refrigerants. I also spent a lot. In the description you will see the articles I took from Amazon to make gas-tight connections with the copper pipes and also to make a vacuum in the whole system before filling it with a refrigerant that is already present in the new heat pump. By the way, if you have not more than 3 meters distance between the two units, then this amount of refrigerant is enough. In the moment of shooting this video, I'm doing a multiple hour leakage test of this system under vacuum. Yeah, it's still at -1 atmosphere. I guess that certified installers will do this test with nitrogen under a positive pressure because they don't have as much time as I have, these 5 hours. Then they would have to plan a second visit. But after all, I can imagine that you want to call a certified installer to do at least these actions that need this specialized and expensive equipment, especially if you do it only once in your lifetime. For me, that's different. And if you are a professional yourself and you see that I miss something, please share it in the comments. Let's make this a learning experience for everyone, also for me. I will talk about gasoline safety in another video, where I will also install this gasoline generator. Summary of the installation process. Step number 1. Preparing the installation. Choose the ideal location for both the indoor and the outdoor units. The indoor unit, well, you can mount where you need it. Also integrating your main heating system that can now run for less hours. And the outdoor unit, in this case, in the garage to maintain the efficiency also in extremely cold weather and also to integrate it with the generator set. Measure and drill holes for the refrigerant lines, for the drain hose and the electrical wiring. With 10 and 20 millimeters, I did nearly everything. The tools needed are, for example, a pipe cutter and a flanging tool for the copper connections, a vacuum pump, a refrigerant gauge set, and basic tools like a drill and a level. Step 2 is connecting the refrigerant lines. Carefully attach the refrigerant pipes to both units. There are many specific videos about it. Ensure that no bends or kinks come into the lines that could obstruct refrigerant flow. Use a torque wrench to tighten the flare nuts to manufacturer specifications. In my case, I had 35 and 15 Newton meters. Step 3. Vacuuming the system. Attach the vacuum pump to the service valve through this connection set with the meters and run it for about 30 minutes to remove the moisture and the air. A proper vacuum ensures better efficiency and longevity for your heat pump. Well, let's just say you must do it. I was thinking to let the refrigerant come into the system and push the air out of the open pipe and then close it in time, and then but that was not good. And then step 4, testing for leaks. Let the piping in a vacuum state for several hours and look if it holds the same value. Otherwise it leaks and you have to redo the connections. Really, you must do that because otherwise you will lose all this refrigerant. It will not work anymore and you have also impact on the environment. And 5, the electrical connections. Connect the electrical wiring to the indoor and outdoor units, following the color-coded diagram in the manual. Always double-check connections before powering on the system. Ensure that the neutral and live connections of the grid are not interchanged. I used a Swiss plug connection to separate it from the grid and to reconnect it with the right polarity. Here you see it. You can only reconnect it in one way. Not in this way, only in this way. Not like the other European plugs. Before showing how I go through these steps, let us realize how important it is to take your own energy situation in your hands. Even if you are not used to do it yourself, you can always delegate it. If you find energy efficiency and independency an important factor, with millions of gasoline generators already in the world. This system is a way to use the fuel nearly at triple efficiency. I explained that in the other videos of the playlist Micro CHP. The rising instability of the grid, largely due to the booming demand for heat pumps and electrical vehicles, makes backup systems essential. The micro CHP, in combination with the heat pump, not only secures your energy needs, and there I mean power and also heating, but also makes your heat pump much more efficient, even in freezing winters. Plus, you are saving energy and costs by using all the energy which is in 1 liter of fuel, and that's both electricity and also heat. If you are enjoying this video and find it useful, hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comments. Consider also joining the Facebook groups in English and Italian language, and let's build a resilient energy future together. Now let's see what I did this week. Pressure tube, and this must go into the second is this pressure tube. Turn it. By this, it's very cheap, and you don't have to buy several measures. It's always on the same, on the right measure. Here upside, I hang it there, and then I have to push it here in. That's maybe I have a little bit to pull up this tube. One millimeter or 1.5.
like a fire, like a flood. That's how I feel your love. Like a fire, like a flood. That's how I feel your love. Like a fire, like a flood. That's how I feel your love. Like a fire, like a flood. That's how I feel your love. Like a fire, like a flood. That's how I feel your love. Like a fire, like a flood. That's how I feel your love.
must come straight on the valve, on the service valve. And now we are ready to start the pump. We will open this valve, and then we will empty it. We will make a vacuum. This vacuum will expand from here to this, and then from upstairs to where the inside unit is, and then the vacuum will turn back here. But the refrigerant will stay here, inside, where the high pressure is. This pump is sucking. It goes to here, and this must be open. It is open, and if I close this, then it cannot suck. But if I open it, then it will take air, and you hear the sound. I close, then I shut the pump off. For the moment it stays at -30. I will not decouple this manifold before I filled it with refrigerant. In the first place, with a vacuum, this operation of taking off this manifold would allow air, a little bit air to go in, and I want also to see what happens here with the pressure if I fill it up with refrigerant. So the right order is to fill with a little bit of refrigerant first, then decouple the pump, but that is already decoupled, so it's closed, and then also open this valve here, so that the refrigerants can really fill up the whole system. And this is closed. Now also this valve. Nothing changes, of course. Now I can open it all up all the way. So I have to do this really quick, but here I saw it on YouTube. Okay, so a little bit leaked away, but that is unavoidable. So now the system is charged. I think it would have been better that I increased the pressure with the refrigerant a little bit, for example at 0 atmosphere, and then I did the work of decoupling. So I will now connect it and see what happens. Okay, nothing happens, so that means we will go upstairs and use the remote control. Oh yes, this is getting warm. This air is getting chilly. So it was about 19 degrees. You will see now the temperature of the air. Once installed, turn the system on and test for proper heating and operation. Here in the garage it must cool, and upstairs it must heat. In our setup we still have no CHP or generator set in place, which will come in a follow-on video. Important is to realize that the heat recovery of the lethal exhaust gases must ensure a gas-tight path to the outside and the carbon monoxide alarm in-house. Without the genset in place, it will just measure these days how quickly the temperature here in the garage will go down each hour. That shows also the thermal storage capacity of the garage and all the things that are inside it, including, for example, a car that cools down when it comes back in the garage. Thanks for watching, and remember, do-it-yourself doesn't just save money, it empowers you to take control of your own energy future. Look also to the other videos in this growing playlist of micro CHP, combined heat and power.